Welcome to this yoga practice. We're going to go ahead and take some deep breaths. Inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Go ahead and take your thumbs at heart center. Palms are compressed together. Really set your intention for this practice. It could be release, renew, reinvent. Rolling those shoulders away from the bottom of your earlobe, pulling your shoulders down your back. Nice deep breaths. Relax your jaw. If you need to move your jaw around a little bit to create that relaxation, go for it. Take your hands out to the sides and up over your head, and then what you're going to do is just hook your thumbs together. And then hook your thumbs together and kind of pull apart and reach up high to the sky. And then with a flat back, you're going to reach the crown of your head forward and slowly lean over into what's called a forward fold. Now you'll notice I have my knees bent, just a small amount. If you feel like you need to bend your knees for hamstring tightness, lower back situations, please bend them. I'm also swaying side to side, just kind of getting to know what's going on in the hamstring arena versus just, flying into that stretch. Just kind of sway into it side to side. You can also put an ottoman below your hands or yoga blocks or a folding chair. And just sway left and right, taking those nice deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm just taking my arm and swaying it up on an angle. So bending the right leg, swaying the right arm, just side to side. There's really no right or wrong here. I'm just moving through hamstring stretching and also getting that side body stretch right there at that hip attachment by swaying my arms side to side. Right here, you can go ahead and put your hands on the ground, fingertips down, or at your shins, your ankles, above your quads, just moving through that tightness. Nice and slow. Listen to your body. Don't force yourself into a length. You want to work yourself into that length. Work with your body, and your body will work with you. From here, I put my palms on each elbow, fold my arms, and I can pull with my palms. Kind of like a little contraction. I sway side to side. Then you can go ahead and slowly reach up to a standing position and just stretch right and left. Keeping my chin slightly lifted, taking a deep breath through this. This is a lot of shoulder flexibility. Feels really good to that side body. From here, take your right hand to your right hip. Push your right palm into that hip bone. Reach your left arm over to the left ear. I like to support my head with that left hand. And then go ahead and switch. Put your left hand on your left hip. Right arm reaches over. If you want, you can clasp your right palm to the left earlobe. And then reach down into a forward fold. You can roll your wrists out a little bit, kind of shake it out, wiggle it out. Really just move through it, kind of like hanging here. I like to move my arms around, make sure I'm feeling comfortable. This is really opening up a lot of space on that back side by spending a lot of time in that forward fold. Okay, now we are going to come down into all fours, okay? Now I have volleyball knee pads on. I love using volleyball knee pads. Just have some type of towel under you if your knee is bugging you. I use nice big starfish hands, and we're going to go into what's called cat-cow. So you're going to exhale as you come up. Inhale as you reach the crown of your head forward and the tailbone to the back of the room. So exhale as you come up, pulling your belly button in. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come down, acting as if there's a beach ball pushing into your core. Just to repeat myself and reinforce the importance of where your hand placement is. Hands look like starfish. Pointer finger is forward. Weight is more into the palm. Shoulders are away from the ears. Go ahead and reach that left leg straight back. Notice here I'm arching and then pulling my hips under as if I were pulling my hips under like a limbo stick. So sometimes I'll put my right hand there, ensure my hips are pulled under so that when I extend that left leg, I'm not compromising the lower back. All right, so now from here, you're going to extend your leg, pull that left heel into your glute, pull it in, push it out, pull it in, straighten that leg out. Keeping that lower back nice and neutral, and then you're just going to slowly reach that left leg out to the side. Now don't push your range of motion here, just listen to your body, just slowly move the left leg out to the side and back center. We're just kind of figuring out hip mobility here. And then you're going to go ahead and just straighten that leg up and down, squeezing at the glute. Your glutes most likely are burning big time right now. We're almost there. Keeping those shoulders away from your ears. Now from here, you're going to release that. You're going to put your knees wide, toes together, arms reach forward, and you're just going to compress your armpits and your chest down to the mat. Keeping your glutes high and then slowly lowering your glutes to your heels. If this does not feel good to your knees, I highly suggest putting like a towel behind your knees or just keeping your glutes high. Take some nice deep breaths. This is child's pose, really surrendering your heart to Mother Earth. Then coming right on up to all fours, back into cat-cow. So you're going to exhale as you come up. Here we go. Take a nice big exhale through your mouth. Pull your belly button in. Inhale as you reach down, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, tailbones nice and long as you come down. Breathing through it. Exhale as we come up. Nice long spinal stretch. Inhale as you come down, scooping the crown of the head forward. Exhale as you come up. Hands are nice and wide on the ground. Starfish hands. Palm weight is in the palm of your hand. Reach that right leg out straight behind you. Go ahead and do that little hip test where you pull your hips under. If you feel like your arms are getting a little too much weight on the wrist area, you can go ahead and come down to your forearms as you pull your heel into the right glute. So right heel pulls into the right glute. You can flex or point your toe. Sometimes if I point, my arch will start to cramp a little bit, so it's up to you. Now from here, you're going to move that right leg out to the side and back center, maybe even across the midline of the body to get a little stretch. You can keep your leg high or low. And if it doesn't feel right on your hip, don't go far out. You're just testing your mobility. This is just creating awareness in the body. Then we're gonna go ahead and head back to just some nice straight right glute lifts. So you can straighten, point your toe or flex your foot, lifting up and down, really contracting right there at the right glute, keeping your core as tight as possible. Then putting your toes together, knees wide. Stretch your arms nice and long in front of you. I like to keep my palms elevated, hips are high to the sky. If you want, you can lower your hips towards your heels. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, elongating your body from your tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Reach that left arm up high to the sky and scoop it under your right armpit. I like to keep my right hand out in front, but sometimes I also like to keep my palm to the left hand, and it kind of compresses that left arm down, or you can hook your right arm behind your back. Just find which one feels good to you and take a couple deep breaths as you really stretch that left deltoid. Good, now go ahead and take your right arm up high to the sky, scoop it under your left armpit. Your left arm can stay in front, or it can come to the palm, the right palm, or it can come right there to the back, just depending on what feels right to you. Really pull that right shoulder away from the ear to ensure you're getting that nice deltoid stretch. Reaching both arms forward, getting a nice, long Mother Earth stretch. You can sway side to side. From here, we're going to go ahead and come into seated chair. So you're going to squeeze your knees together when we do this. So knees, heels, toes are together, squeezing your inner thigh, and we're just going to inhale up with our arms coming to the side, rotating them behind us, and then reversing that. So just get nice and comfortable. I'm just kind of moving around in the seated chair position. The weight is in the heels, but you're compressing your shins forward. Arms come right in front of you. Hips are right below the crown of the head. And we're going to go ahead and just rotate that right arm back. Notice your right hip is going to want to open up towards the right. We're going to do our best to keep them squared towards the front of the room. Go ahead and reverse that arm, coming forward, getting some really good shoulder rotation. Now let's switch to the left arm. Breathe through this, ensuring that your hips stay shooting forward and the glutes shoot back. And you're going to go ahead and rotate that left arm back behind, circle, circle, and then reverse it. Tracing the sky with your fingertips, getting some really good range of motion. Your legs are probably burning by now. Inhale up and then flat back down. Fly your arms out to the sky and slowly surrender down into forward fold. You're going to go ahead and bend your knees and straighten them. Bend and straighten. I have my palms down to the ground. Again, you can put your hands on an ottoman or a folding chair. Don't feel pressured one bit to be having your hands all the way to the ground. Right here, you can put your hands behind your ankles, kind of really hugging your chest into your quads. If you want, you can bring your fingertips behind you. Just get nice and comfortable in that forward fold, and then go ahead and just heel toe your feet out about mat width, so a little bit wider than shoulder width. You're going to take your left hand down to the ground, or again, put on your left hand on an ottoman and take your right hand behind your back, fingertips down, putting the palm down to the lower back, and then if you want, you can shoot it high to the sky. Listen to your shoulder right there. Be very gentle and careful. Left palm comes down to the lower back. Reach that left arm high to the sky if wanted. Listening to your shoulder mobility. Now we're just going to kind of switch left and right. So right palm down, left arm up, left palm down, right arm up high to the sky, and switch. Okay, from here you're going to go ahead and take your right arm to the outside of the shin on your left leg. And you're going to go ahead and kind of pull with that right arm, stretch forward with your left fingertips, and just kind of play peekaboo through that left armpit. And then go ahead and take your left arm to the outside of the right ankle and pull, and kind of play peekaboo through that right armpit. Nice, good stretch right there. And then when you're ready, take your time where you are, but when you're ready, you're going to stand up with me and we're going to do it. So we're going to ground our right leg into the mat. Slowly pull the left leg up towards the chest, and we're going to slowly tick-tock forward. Just hinge at the hips and slowly reach that left leg behind us. If you need to hold onto a wall, your chair, notice I have my hands up on my chest area. That really helps me if I really hold onto my heart. And you're just going to slowly hold and move your arms back with your palms up. If you need to take it back to where you put your hands on your chest, you can put one hand on your head, one hand on your stomach. Sometimes that helps. Wiggle it out and then inhale up and take your hands back to heart center. Ground your left leg into the mat, pull your right leg up towards your belly button and then slowly hinge at the hips. I like to hold my hips right there to remind myself to keep my hips square to the ground like two headlights, just kind of diagonal towards the ground, and pulling those hips under just a small amount so that you aren't compromising your lower back. Slowly reach your heel to the back of the room. Whatever is behind you, act like someone's pulling at your heel towards that back side of the room, pulling your belly tight, really holding yourself through your center, through your core, and slowly standing back up. Wiggle it out. Inhale your arms out to the side, up high to the sky, hands to heart center. Standing on the left leg, right leg comes forward. You're going to reach the leg forward, then about right there to the knee, and then hinge at the hips. Reach that right leg back. I like to hold my hands right there at heart center. You can also just be holding with your leg bent. We're just really practicing balance, super beneficial. And then come back to that center position where your leg comes in front of you. Then you bend your leg and your foot kind of touches that middle arena with your leg. And then you slowly tick-tock back with a straight leg. Wiggle it out, inhale up, arms out to the side, high to the sky. Bring your hands to heart center and switch sides. So now we're standing on the right leg, bring that left leg forward, bring it right there at the knee at your center, and slowly just tick-tock forward, hinge at the hips forward, and slowly bring that leg straight behind you. Really press that heel to the back side of the room behind you. Slowly balance back up, and bring that leg in front of you to mid-center, and then slowly reach it back behind you. Really pressing that heel, even if there's no wall behind you, just think as if there's someone behind you and you're going to press your heel into that person. If you want, you can have your palms up high to the sky, come back center, wiggle it out, inhale up, and swan dive into a forward fold. You can wiggle it out right and left, move through your legs right there. And then we're going to come right there into seated chair, arms up high to the sky, and then just circle them back. Really good shoulder rotation right here. Go nice and slow. Listen to your mobility here. And you're going to reach your arms back behind you. Palms are up to the sky. Shoulders pull away from your ears. You're in that seated chair position. So knees, feet, everything is squeezing inward, inner thighs. Pull your belly button in, and you're going to go ahead and tricep press up high to the sky, but your arms stay straight. Just press up and down, lift and down. Breathing through it. Slowly moving into a forward fold. I like to put my hands on my lower back, just kind of awareness, things are going okay. And I'm going to go ahead and hook my fingers together. My pointer fingers, hook them together. And stand straight up. Slowly bend over, keeping my pointer fingers hooked together. Getting a nice shoulder stretch. From here, I want you to bring your left arm down, right arm up to the sky, and switch. We're just moving through this hamstring and lower back extension. So really press your left arm down, right arm up, right arm down, left arm up. Switch and switch. Isn't this incredible shoulder rotation? We are how we move, so it's important to really get this rotation movement down. All right, from here, take your right leg forward, your left leg back into a nice lunge. If you need to hold onto the wall or a chair, an ottoman, go ahead and pull your belly button in, shoulders pull back and down, do a couple shoulder rolls, and then bring those arms up over your head, right there where your biceps hit to your armpit, or your biceps and your ears are kind of compressing together. And then you reach your chest forward. It's still floating above the quad. And then you're going to reach it back up to where your body's center, cartwheel your arms back behind you, Palms are up high to the sky, reach them up to the sky. We're moving through this, kind of dancing through it. Arms come behind you, palms are up. Scoop them down and then up over by your ears. Reach behind you. That was your signal of 2 more. Scoop them down and then up. Palms move back. So think palms are back behind you. And last one, reach it back and forward. Good. And then come down. I know your right glute is really burning right there. We're going to rotate it back into a right hamstring stretch. Now in a little bit, I do move my meditation mat over, or pillow by me. So you can put your right arm on and left arm on, chairs, anything to elevate your body up if you're feeling really tight through that right hamstring. Very common, and again, the more you do this yoga, the longer your hamstrings will become. Okay, then you're going to take it forward into a nice lunge. The left leg is down to the ground. I like the top of my foot down to the ground. Really stretch forward into that left hip flexor stretch. All right, arms come out to the side. Left arm comes under, right arm comes over. Then you wrap your forearms together, and then you wrap the wrists together. And I like to go thumbs hooking or palms together. And you can clasp your hands together, or you can just straighten your hands together. And from there, I like to rotate my shoulders forward and back. To repeat it one more time, if you're still trying to get into this position, it's left arm under, right arm over, squeeze the biceps together, then wrap the forearms together, and then wrap the hands together. It's a wrap and a wrap and a wrap, but it feels so good. Now switch sides. This time, your right arm comes under, left arm comes over, squeeze the biceps. You can just go ahead and just, put your palms to your shoulders there, or you can wrap your forearms together and then your palms together. So right here, my right palm would be the lower palm, the left palm, the higher palm. And again, this was where your right arm came over, your left arm came over, you squeeze your biceps together, you wrap the forearms, and then you wrap the palms. And I'm really just pulling my shoulders forward and then back. It's such a good shoulder stretch, specifically between that shoulder blade bra strap area. All right, from here, you're going to go ahead and just kind of shake it out. We're gonna do some more shoulder mobility. If you have any neck tension, working your shoulder mobility is super important. Now notice how from here, I went ahead and I clasped my hands together. I like to kind of pull my butt under first, then reach my arms behind me. My feet are wider than shoulder width apart, toes are forward, knees are slightly soft. And from here, I noticed, my shoulders are tight. I'm going to go ahead and grab a red band. You can grab a large hand towel, you can put this on pause. And when you grab the hand towel, you just grab it as if your thumbs were out to the side, fingertips down towards the ground. And then you're slowly going to take your hands over your head. Or you could go ahead and take your palms together, reach your arms behind you, and slowly reach your hands over your head. The key is to go slow. I know I'm already forward, but I want you to listen to your body and to go slow. From here, I put my hands closer together on that red band. I reach my chest forward towards the ground, crown of my head reaches towards the ground, and then I allow my arms to just follow that movement. Also, you can bend your knees here versus straightening your legs. Really take deep breaths. Inhale through your nose and just release it all out. Any stress that you experienced today, release it out through that mouth and say, see ya. And slowly reach up. From here, I drop the band. I go back to that same initial movement where I recognized it was too tight, and I clasp up my hands together. And from here, I don't have my palms together. My palms are slightly lifted, and it's just my fingers that are wrapped together. And as I reach my chest forward, my arms will just follow my chest. So that's key too, is allowing your chest to lead this, your heart to lead it to the ground versus the arms. After you're done with that stretch, go ahead and come onto your back, and you're going to take your band or your hand towel or anything you have, a small rope, and you're going to wrap it around your right foot, the arch of your right foot. Your left leg can be up onto a chair or an ottoman, or it can be straight out in front of you. I will be putting mine straight out in front of me, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull that right knee into the armpit, and then I'm going to slowly move out and center and out to the right side and back center, keeping that knee bent, pulling it in towards the armpit, moving out and in, nice and slow, out and in. If that feels good, you can go ahead and just stabilize at center and pull that right leg in towards the center of your body. So I took that right elbow on the inside of the right knee, I pulled the left toe in towards my belly button. It's like that figure 4 stretch, but if it doesn't feel right on your knee, definitely listen to your body and come out of the stretch. Okay, now from here we switch to the left leg, where you put your hand towel or band onto the left arch. Pull that left knee in towards your armpit, taking some nice deep breaths. Elongating the right leg out in front of you, or it can be up on an ottoman or a chair, or even against the wall. Really breathing through this, and then when you're ready, you're going to start moving in and out. So you just kind of rock inward, and then rock out, and rock in, and rock out. And I like to think from the crown of my head all the way to my tailbone. There's an opposition. Something's pulling towards my head and pulling towards my tailbone and making my spine longer. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and put our elbow on the inside of the knee, and then pull that toe towards the center, towards your belly button, getting that really good glute stretch. I like to flex my foot on this. That will protect the knee that much more. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release your band or your hand towel out to the side. Bring your legs over your head. Bend your knees in towards your armpits. If you can, grab your shins, your knees, your ankles, or the top, like grab over onto your arch with your fingertips. And you pull those knees in towards your armpits as you're pulling on your feet. Really good stretch, and this is called Happy Baby. And you can just stay right here, really elongating your tailbone forward. And then when you're ready, go ahead and wiggle it out. If that felt good to sit in Happy Baby, always feel free to sit in Happy Baby before you come into what's called Savasana, where you lie on the ground, surrender to Mother Earth, honoring your practice, honoring that you were more in tune with your body today, listening to your body, honoring your body, and being grateful for your body. Stay here as long as you want. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and namaste.